it's time to compare Narcissa and Aragog, which is a thing I never thought I would say. Welcome, magic people, to Zealman's Wizarding World. Okay, on here we're going to cover a comparison between Narcissa and Aragog, which sounds very strange, but in terms of adversaries, it makes a lot of sense. So basically on this channel at the moment we are covering lots of comparisons. So in brilliant events we'll compare them, adversary events we compare them. It's nice to see little subtle changes that WME are making, and we can kind of work out just where they are sneakily turning things up a little bit. We also normally have the dialogue for events, usually brilliant events and adversaries. So it's been a bit of a screwy month with all the updates, so we've not actually got those to hand, not actually had that provided by the data miners yet. But that will be on a Taskforce times when the event starts. So if you like the sound of that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. So we're going to get going. So on the 16th to the 18th of March, 6 PM UTC, America's had its time change, so we had to be a little bit careful there. 16th to 18th is the same length as the Aragog event, and the tasks have been changed a little bit. Let's say a smidge more difficult. So how this one works, if you've not done them before, we have boosted adversaries on the map, and we have an oddity. So we have Narcissa Malfoy boosted in the wild. Not quite sure whether it's fire dark detectors, because that's never really worked. So I wouldn't put your faith in dark detectors. We also have leprechauns. I get a fair amount of those anyway. But they are also boosted. This wasn't a thing in the Aragog one, it was only just Aragog himself. Master Notes will reduce brew time by 50% for all accumulate potions and wit sharpening potions, and there is a free store pack. So this is the first time we have seen a companion note from the main registry. This of course does come up in the tasks. So what can you do now? Well, you need 10 extimulos of any kind for the tasks, so it's probably best to brew the strong / potents for the adversaries in the chain. That brew time is reduced by 50%, yes, but you could well be using them, well, you probably will be using them faster than you can actually brew them, so good to get a head start. Then there's wit sharpening potion on top of that to give you the extra oomph, so that gives you a percentage extra in your base damage. If you put a strong extimulant on top, it doesn't boost that as well, it only boosts your base damage. So, but I tend to run both at the same time anyway. And after that, in terms of priority, there is the brain elixir, which is always useful. There's no Wizarding XP challenge, so it's not necessary, but it's always helpful. Unless you're level 60, in which case it's as much use as a chocolate tea cozy. And the last bit of prep really is to save up any edible dark marks. I only use dark marks during events, even though it doesn't really help. But I don't really play adversaries as part of my daily play, not until I've completed the precision and dodge nodes. And then I'll start doing the adversaries. I find they're a bit too weighty to be doing a lot of. So we're going to move on to the tasks. So we have complete the forest chamber 4 or higher 3 times, use master notes 8 times, earn 1500 challenge XP for using challenges and or adversary chains, use 10 exterminate potions of any kind, defeat 13 leprechauns, to deal 25,000 damage to adversaries, defeat Narcissa 4 times, and return 20 artifact fragments from the Narcissa chain. So we're going to run through the changes, and then we're actually going to have a look at some tips as well. So the complete forest chamber 4 or higher 3 times. This replaces defeat 35 foes in wizarding challenges, making this task much harder. Gone are the times of grinding the tower chambers for that one. The master notes and the 1500 challenge XP are still the same. 1500 challenge. I'm watching too many American people. 1500 challenge XP. Use 10 extreme potions of any kind is up from 7, so that is quite an increase. They're not really a waste as much as they used to be in the brilliant event, purely because you actually need to use them really to get through the adversary. So you can kind of complete it anyway. I guess they moved it from 7 to 10 to actually make it something that doesn't just naturally happen, maybe. Defeat 13 leprechauns replaces use 3 wit sharpening potions against adversaries. I had no issue with the use of the wit sharpening task because, I say, it's just part of the course for adversaries, you kind of use them. So I guess WB just wanted to mix it up a little bit. I guess it makes you use energy. In terms of the rewards, you still get the 3 Dada books, 1 silver key, which I always reserve for Community Day because it has the special port keys, 20 spell energy, and 2 strong extenuos. And in terms of changes, we have 10 gold and 6 snowdrops that replace 4 healing potions, 1 edible dark mark, and 6 ginger root. It doesn't quite feel like equal measure to me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In terms of dialogue, I don't actually have any right now. So that will be in the Taskforce times, as literally the event starts in a few hours' time. So, you know. Now move on to tips. 1500 challenge XP. So use the higher runestones during your Fortress 4 grind. That should help with that. Higher the runestones, the more challenge XP you get. And then for the old dreaded Master Notes task, you can get a brew going in advance before you are set to play. And not everyone plays at the start. So work out when you're going to do the event, work backwards. You can start up some, say, Exterminate potions. And bearing in mind, Master Notes reduce it by 50%. So if it takes 2 hours to brew, start it with like less than 1 hour to go before you play. That way you can cast Master Notes straight away, bash that potion, get it out, put another one in, cast Master Notes again. So it gives you 2 immediately at the start of the event. Use the Gold Cauldron, you have 4, which always helps. And yes, you can rush them through should you wish. But bearing in mind, this is one set of tasks, not like multiples, so it's not holding you back. So essentially, just pop them in during the week or during the 3 days, and you should be easy enough. Not a problem. So that's about it, really. I have changed rooms. I moved from I was in the corner of the bedroom upstairs. And then I moved into the spare room, so it feels like I have a bit more of a commute in the morning from one room to another. But I don't know. It's something about having all my work stuff in the bedrooms. It's a bit weird. I want to keep it a bit more separate. I shut the door, and that's me done. Until I come back and play computer games. So yes, it's an extremely tight month. It is literally back to back for the entire month. Now, I do know that in terms of brilliant events, they have reduced some of the numbers in the tasks. So it should be easy. Well, it will be easier. But is it enough? I don't really know. I can see a lot of people not making the bonus event. For me, I'm a bit of a weird completionist kind of guy. So if I get that, as long as I get the registry done, I'm happy. Because I've completed every registry page so far. And I would hate to have a gap, especially after now. So yes, hopefully WP will also work out a way of completing past registry pages for people who haven't been playing since the beginning, but we'll see how that goes, and that's another thing entirely. So yes, I have been a little bit absent. Mainly I've been working on Taskforce time stuff. You may have noticed the paper has not come out yet. That's because I was waiting on the events calendar, which kept dragging on forever. Now we have the events. I needed to get my editor/wife to have a look at my appalling punctuation and sort that out. And I can put that live. The main thing I have actually been working on is the registry. So we have a massive registry system now in Taskforce Times on News. So any brilliant event registry entries are in there with their descriptions. This is for there are a number of people who like to keep their pages shimmering. So you can go back and actually have a look at all the descriptors should you wish. Also, we have the challenge registry there as well. And that gives you all like the tower, all the ranges of the chambers for all the foundables in the challenges. So that is useful there if you want to see something in particular. And then, well, this is the last thing we're working on, which is the best thing so far. And as far as I'm aware, the only one. So yes, we are actually putting the proper main registry in there, adjusted. So the current registry, you may or might not know, is very wrong. All the descriptions for high, medium, and low, and severe are incorrect. That is not what they are when you tap on them in-game. And importantly, that is not the shard colours either. The shard colours match what you tap on them, not the actual registry itself. So the registry is not correct. The shard colour on the map matches what everything is when you tap on them. So we've gone through painstakingly. Me and Lynette, which is PhD, has also helped out as well. And we are actually backfilling the actual values for the severity and the shard colours. So the Taskforce Times will have the correct list of shard colours for every Fadable. And luckily we had a Swooping Evil event. So I managed to get that one filled in. Anyone will need is Picket. So if anyone has a Picket, or catches a Picket, send me a screenshot on Twitter, @theZealman, and we'll add that one to the registry, because that's a little doozy to get a hold of. And probably Dragons as well, just to be sure. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this Adversary event. And brush up on your pillows. Get your ones ready, visit tonight.